coming in.
Hello, all of you beautiful people. Kat, thank you for raiding. This is an opportune time.
Thanks, Kat.
We just lost a character. Seth, would you like to wave?
Welcome to my funeral. Hi.
The DM popped his PC cherry and killed somebody today.
Thank you for coming. No one is safe.
No, we were 2 minutes from coming back, but since you did that, we wanted to come back. We were sitting here like, why did I make it 15 minutes? Because we've been sitting here for the past 5 minutes just being like, can we go back? Can we go back?
Yeah.
So, quick recap. Somebody want to give a quick recap?
I think it should.
Ace, would you like to explain how you died?
I would love to. So, the adventuring party had gone to a brothel where we were trying to help a bard that we had met in the woods. He had been jumped by some mercenaries, and we were trying to find the mercenaries to get his stuff back that they had stolen. We went into the brothel where the mercenaries most likely were, which they were. And these mercenaries put up a fight, and we fought. We killed them. After killing them, found out that they were in an organization of really bad people. We were determining how to get rid of the bodies, and so no one could find them, so that way it wouldn't get led back to us. When the big bad boss came in and saw what had happened and determined that it was a life for life. Me, Ace, and Rowan over there, that awesome chick, were on the roof because we had dipped out trying to, I don't know what we were trying. We were trying to just be out of the way in case guards came and kidnapped him so we could get them out of jail, you know, as it is. And it got bad. We tried to negotiate with him and it didn't work out. He didn't care. And as he went to kill Briar, that lady over there, Ace decided to jump from the roof, or cave in the roof, more like, and save Briar, sacrificing himself as he was stabbed in the back with a glaive. And that is how Ace died.
And as this transpires, a figure walked in to the room, and this hooded figure kind of assessing the room, then locked eyes with Rowan and spoke out. Rowan. And you see as he moves the hood and drops the robes, it is the familiar figure of Jethro Marrand.
Jethro.
Help us.
Jethro, please. And Rowan's gonna kind of gesture, holding Ace in his arms, in his lap, and Jethro, please.
He comes over and kneels down beside you and kind of eyes locked. He puts his hand on your shoulder and then looks down at Ace. What happened?
We were trying to help that bard over there. He attacked without telling us. Knew that they were assassins, but didn't tell us. Put us in this mess, and life for life. He's trying to save Briar. God, can you save him? God. And Rowan's just gonna be holding his face, just kind of saying, brother. He stabbed him. Alright.
He kind of puts his hand on his pulse, and he just kind of general medical stuff. He kind of, I don't have any magic.
Can you?
There's nothing we can do. We can do now.
As this is transpiring, You see, actually, Karan, roll me a perception check.
All right. 23, 19 plus 4.
It catches your attention. You see, as laying there, Martison kind of comes to, and he kind of sits up. Well, that came in handy. And then he looks around and then looks at
For you, it did.
Rowan and then Ace laying on the floor.
Did Rowan hear that?
Yes.
You. Coward! I could have lost two. No. You are a coward.
Jathro,
We
seeing
helped
this rage build in you, he kind of positions himself kind of in between you and him, and he kind of puts his hand on your head and puts his head kind of up against yours.
Yeah. We tried
He
to
kind of
help him.
rubs your head a little bit, and then he kind of puts you like in his. I'm sorry.
Rowan's just gonna bellow out. Just bellow.
It's kind of muffled as you're kind of yelling into his shoulder as just unleash. And he kind of holds you there. I'm glad you're okay though. I'm sorry.
Rowan's just gonna just cry. Just cry.
Despite his other reservations, Karan wants to go see if he can find that priestess. Even though it's a long shot and it probably won't prove fruitful.
Okay, as you go outside, roll a perception check.
Still down.
You are I healed
No.
you. Both of us. You're
good.
conscious.
You're
Okay,
at
I'm
full health, I
conscious.
think. You had like
What?
Everybody's like, heal,
I-
heal.
Yeah, I gave you 12.
and I gave you
No,
9.
9. So 18. You had
Okay.
18. Mhm.
Okay. So while you do that, before we switch scenes, Briar's just going to lay herself on top of Ace and just like stroke his face. Just be like, it was all my fault. It wasn't worth it. And she's just gonna hold his head and cry. Brush the bandages on his forehead. She's just gonna cry.
I got a 14. It was a 9 plus 4. And as I was going
Perception.
out, yeah. And as I was going, I was gonna say, I'm gonna go try to find that priestess from the temple.
Asher's gonna go up to Briar and be like, "Don't." And I'm just gonna give you a hug. Don't do that again. And then he's gonna look down at Ace, and he's just gonna look back at Martison and just start shooting daggers.
You see
Jathro,
Martison kind of like look away, kind of like in shame. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. This isn't how I thought it would go.
Briar's gonna get up. She's gonna go over to Martison.
You see him kind of like reel a bit, seeing the anger.
And she's gonna deck him right in the nuts.
You don't need to roll for an attack. He doesn't necessarily resist.
Briar,
He kind of hits the ground.
her anger is misplaced. Yes, he is a scumbag, but he did not kill one of ours.
Athro, how did you know we're here?
I didn't know you were here. I have been tracking an organization for the Order for a while. And I followed them here and I saw them leave, and he was wiping blood from his glaive. I figured I'd see what I could do. Very bad people. They're part of an organization known as the Shadowed Hand. We've been trying to quell their numbers for a while now, but they're growing.
Are they part of the reason why you did what you did?
No. These are a new assignment from the Order. I tracked them from Lake Grasp.
Rowan's gonna put his hand on Ace's hand. He's kind of calmed down. Fate. Put me with this man. He became a brother to me. He's still my brother. And he's just gonna look at Jathro. Just make eye contact. Thank you. To put me on a road with this man. I hope I can be all that he ever was. Sure, there's no other way. Nothing. There's nothing you can do.
Not within my ability. I'd never heard of someone coming back to life. Run. Out in the street, the courtyard. Whereas when you first saw this priestess washing the feet of some of the downtrodden, you see her kind of standing there, like with this very quizzical look on her face, as she's actually staring at Haran, who's kind of leaning there having a cigarette, kind of his missing arm. He kind of eyes it, and she looks at him very concerned, very confused. And then as you approach, she turns to you and she starts walking towards the treasured booty. She actually walks past you.
I'll turn around to catch up to her. Priestess, are you going to the treasured booty for a reason already? I need your help. We need your help, please.
She kind of stops and startles, and you see her rifle through her pockets a little bit, and then she turns and looks at you, and then she kind of hikes up her skirt a little bit and runs towards the temple. And a moment later, she returns. She has a pouch. And she kind of actually like stops and puts her hand on your shoulder and like kind of looks up at you. It's happening. It's happening right now. And she moves towards the doors.
I'll follow her. I mean, he's at a loss for words because she seems to be on some track he can't see. But it's taking her where he needs her to go. So, because she's going straight to the booty store, right?
She's going straight to the booty.
Straight to the booty. She's going straight to the booty. There you go.
Swoogity swooty.
It's canon.
Opens the door and kind of looks around at everybody, like almost with like recognition, whatever. Like she kind of like she's counting, and then she looks at Ace, and then she looks at you, Rowan. Bring him. And she turns around and holds the door open. Jathro kind of helps you.
Rowan.
Hey, Asher will help support. And I'm imagining like funeral procession type where we're.
Let's go. Rowan's gonna kind of usher quickly and follow.
She leads you to the face of this temple, but it's really kind of just like a, for lack of a better description, kind of like one of those old schoolhouses with just like there's an altar. Yeah, just an altar, just like one single room, an altar there with different offerings of flowers and coins and stuff. She kind of hurries over to that and swipes all of the flowers and all the stuff off, and she kind of like motions towards the altar.
Rowan is going to gesture to all the guys helping and kind of put him on gently. Put him on the table. Ma'am, please.
She looks right into your eyes. Again, this kind of like shocked, like familiarity. Two years ago, a woman came to me and gave me very clear instructions about a day that would come. Give me all the signs that a party would come and there would be a man with a missing arm, and that I was meant to use this. And she reaches into the pouch and pulls out a rather large diamond.
Rowan's gonna kind of look to Jethro. Just make eye contact with him, and then back at the woman.
Jethro kind of speaks up. What was her name? Her name was Elena, and she used to be a temple mother. You see as she kind of removes Ace's boots, and she kind of places her hands on his feet, and then kind of bows her head a bit. She walks over, kind of places a hand around his head. She takes the diamond, kind of presses it to his chest. You hear, kind of off in the distance, suddenly, just from peering outside, you see it's very dark. Karan, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
It's 19, 15 plus 4.
A familiar, disconcerting voice apparates within your mind, and you feel that weird tension of the necrotic energy kind of well up in you. And you hear,
"Shall he be mine?"
No. And he'll say that out loud.
you see as this temple mother turns and looks to you.
Sorry. Please continue. I have a lot on my mind. Please help my friend.
There's something preventing it from working.
What?
I don't know. There's an energy, a presence.
I'll leave the temple. Immediately upon her saying that.
As you start to leave, you feel as if your pendant, as you turn to walk away, is almost magnetized towards him.
I'll grab it and hold it down as I walk out.
You feel that tension ease a bit.
Rowan's gonna walk over to Briar and kind of like put his arms on around her, but to her shoulder, and kind of. And he's gonna kind of, in an ace way, kind of be strong. Be strong. Okay. It's not your fault. And Rowan's just gonna turn his focus to the woman and Ace.
How do you want me to roll this?
If you're asking in chat, don't roll it in chat.
Yeah,
Don't
do
roll
not.
it.
Don't you
Don't roll
fucking
it,
dare. Don't you dare.
Screw you, algorithm.
Do
You're
not.
That
all
algorithm
fucking
is
annoying.
fucked.
I can do it in chat.
You want to
What?
Save your
wouldn't-
soul.
No, I don't. Please, Seth, don't roll it in chat.
I don't have any other way to share the roll though, so
It's
Just
true.
I can maybe
Take a
aim
picture of
my
it.
camera down, or
Yeah. We need to get a second
it's
camera
just
for
if you
your
keep
rolls.
rolling once, like I rolled a 1, you rolled a 1. How is that fair?
Okay.
Grizzy all over again.
Yeah, that's exactly how it was.
well, I need 2 dice here. No, I'll just do a d20. Can you
Is that
see?
a nat-
Hit us
that a
with
nat-
the Zoom Daddy. Hit us with the Zoom Daddy. There you go.
Hit you
I
with the Zoom
cannot
daddy.
see nothing. Yeah.
That looks like a
Mm.
12.
14?
14 is what I'm.
12.
It could be 12 or 14.
It's
Okay.
12.
12.
12.
That's a good sign.
Hold on. Let me zoom back out so you can see. No cheatsy doodles here. It's cocked.
You gotta
What is
reroll it.
Reroll.
It's not
Cocked.
cocked. It uncocked itself.
Oh, okay.
It decocked. Okay.
Peacock.
Are these death saves I'm making right now?
It's a ratio.
Hold on.
Is that 20? Is that a 20?
It's so bad.
It's so
I can't
hard to
see it.
see.
That's a 15.
That's 15.
15. I can see it now. It's 15.
Okay. Okay, 2. That's 2. No, no, Jess. It's not that we.
It's not that
we're-
I just
It's
I want
it's a.
them to be able to see, so they know that I'm
Yeah.
not making anything up or whatever. It's just me personally for and very important things. Sometimes I'm like, we all need to see, so I'm just
This
doing
is a
it.
life. This is a
So
life.
I'm not. So it doesn't appear like I'm just deciding.
Okay.
Let me actually do it vertically.
Oh no.
Zoom Daddy. The only time you don't want Zoom Daddy.
That's
A
double
12.
digits.
It's a 12.
Oh,
It's double
okay.
12.
It's a 12. It's a 12. It's a double digits. The double digits.
The suspense.
Okay, that's a good. That has to be good. That has to be good.
Uh,
Ace. You hear these echoing screams and ethereal voices and cries for help and different pain, and you feel like you're sinking into this like pool, and you feel as you look up as you're sinking, unable to move, this light that's slowly dimming as you sink deeper suddenly, the world around you, this kind of ethereal water that you seem to be in as you kind of float through it, your arms come together, and you feel as it kind of closes around you, this like cloth, and you blink and open your eyes, and you see this face smiling down at you. A dark-skinned woman, very familiar, motherly grin that you would recognize as the face of Lady Alelia.
Mom.
She kind of looks down at you, smiles, and those gathered around him at the altar, you hear as he begins to mumble, "Mom," out loud. And Ace, this smile, you feel yourself lifted up as she holds you up, and suddenly your eyes open. And you're surrounded by your friends.
Ace.
Bro's gonna grab and go up and like force his shoulders, handshake. And Rowan, you can see Rowan is trying to hold back more tears. But look. And I want to point to Briar.
You're safe.
Briar's gonna walk up to Ace,
Rowan's gonna step away.
up to his bandages, and look at his eye. His one eye. She's just gonna like take her finger where his brow would be and be like, "Welcome back to the land of the living." Oh, sorry, I gotta do it. I'm just so emotional. Let me. Welcome back to the land of the living, my gentleman.
But I don't understand how. How am I here right now? I remember, and I was over you as he was about to stab, and then I was floating in a sea of darkness, and then I saw my mother.
Asher's gonna like kind of put my hand gently on your shoulder. Like, well, there's time for that later. Just relax. Take it. You need to rest.
Can Karun hear this from outside?
At this point, you feel your phylactery just fall limp. That pressure is gone. And you see, whereas it was this dark, swirling energy, you see also the clouds clear around the sky. And the phylactery clears itself once more.
Rowan's gonna take some steps back towards Jethro. Not taking his eyes off Ace, but taking steps back.
Wait, no, Karun, where's Karun? He didn't.
He's fine.
He's okay.
She stepped out.
Rowan is gonna turn to go get Karun. Karun. He's okay. He's okay.
Karan has his hands like his face in his hands, kind of. Priestess was able to save him. Good.
Yeah.
I'm glad. And I'll stand up and follow inside now.
Rowan
greet
and
him.
Rowan in habit is gonna stand next to Jethro. Like he would.
Mm-hmm. Jethro kind of a bit out of character for him, but kind of reaches over and puts an arm around your shoulder and kind of shakes you a little bit, like kind of like a side hug.
Briar's gonna. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Rowan's just gonna make eye contact and just do a nod.
Briar's gonna look at Karon's re-entry with a 1,000-mile stare.
Check out this battle scar. I guess X marks the spot, eh?
Right on the money, you could say.
So long as it stays in your past, it's just.
Don't ever do that to us again.
I thought we were going to lose you like Grissy.
Yeah. I couldn't let that happen again. I couldn't lose another family member.
And I couldn't lose another dancing partner.
You saved me with that snake. I had to save you this time.
We're even now, so don't go out doing it again.
Kalandra kind of, well, there's her name.
Hey.
The
Priestess
lady. The
Priestess lady.
Kind of, as you're kind of like almost sitting up, she kind of like presses you back down. You were very dead. You're gonna need to rest for a while. Take it easy. You look very strong, but just take it easy.
I am.
You did suffer a point of exhaustion from that. Actually, it should probably be more because you were dead. But I don't want you to have to like rest forever. But until you get a long rest, I would say you have tier 3 like level of exhaustion. But it won't take a it won't take 3 long rests. Yeah.
Well, if it's anything to you, ma'am, I'd much rather lay in a bed than on an altar. Kind of creeping me out right now, being this close to death. Do I think you or whoever God you pray to, or I don't have this? Do I give you a tip?
Give you a tip.
Rowan's
Your
gonna
life is
say,
enough.
Rowan's gonna say, next time you see Elena, you might want to ask her for a dance or a dinner. A nice
Well,
dinner.
that's if Jafriel's not around. I mean, I don't know with that guy what he has with her, but like, I don't want to step on his toes or anything, and like.
I'm gonna put my hand on his like chest shoulder area and be like, Ace, you're too gentlemanly. You literally just sacrificed your life for Briar, and you're concerning other people. I think you have a right to just focus on yourself for now.
Briar is gonna look at Ron and then look at Ace and lean in and be like, by the way, Ace, over there is Jethriel.
Oh.
Jethro's he's got a bit of it's kind of a smile, but like it's a Jethro smile.
Yeah.
Just kinda-
Rowan's gonna kind of. We met Elena.
You
Yeah.
met Elena.
Yeah.
When? Where?
A ship. She was on it.
She was on the ship.
Yeah. She helped us for a while. It's a long story. I'll fill you in later.
Please do. How is she?
She's well.
Where is she now?
I think she guy help me
Kingshaven.
out. Okay, I
She
was gonna
told
say,
you, yeah, she was heading to Kingshaven.
Yeah. She's on her way to Kingshaven right now. She's got things to do.
Always on the move.
Yeah, but I don't want to take away from this, but we should probably talk after this.
I agree. I need a steak. Where can we get food? I am starving. It's like I haven't eaten in forever. Like I was real close to death or something. Can somebody point me into a tavern or something?
Right there with you. The priestess kind of speaks up. I think I'm gonna close the temple early. Broken Thorn, anyone?
Your meal is on us. Thank you.
This is so surreal.
Rowan's gonna walk up to her and kind of put his arms out for like a hug.
She kind of just like leans into you a little bit.
Thank you.
Never done that before.
You have no idea what you've done for us.
Asher's gonna go up to Ace and like, since he can't exactly transform in front of this lady, he's gonna offer to help him up and like kind of buddy carry him over to get food.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead.
No, please, it's your turn.
Priestess lady, is there a way you could lock that door really quick? There's something I kind of want to share with my family before we go any further.
Yes, by all means. She kind of looks at Jathril. Maybe we give them some privacy? And Jathril kind of looks at Rowan. And kind of walks out. She kind of opens the door and kind of escorts him out. And they have both left.
As Ace is leaning on Asher, and he's really leaning on Asher. When I was in this pit of darkness, and I told you I saw my mother, I don't understand what that means. If something bad has happened to her, or if it was just somebody you see, somebody you love in your last minutes. But there was one thing that I really had a regret about. I didn't have enough time to tell you, Briar, but I wanted you to know, and I want all of you to know. My name's not Ace. I'm on the run. From people that I don't even know why. My name is Dominicus. I wear these leathers to cover my face. But I trust you guys with, well, my new life. life 2.0. And Ace takes the bandages and he slowly unwraps them. And it just drops to the floor, and you see this man, brown beard. Obviously, his haircut's very shaggy. It hasn't gotten a cut in a while. You see the one brown eye, and then you see, interesting enough, is the second, I would say his right eye, because the left eye was uncovered. Right eye is blue, glowing blue. It's a pleasure to meet all of you.
It's a pleasure to welcome you back.
Welcome back.
Brother goes in for that hug. He starts to, and then he just goes in for a hug.
Ron returns it. So what
Well,
about Ace?
Yeah, until I can catch you guys up. There's a lot, but for now, just call me Ace. Hopefully one day we can find the people that are after me, and I can save and protect my mother and father.
Rowan's gonna pull in Briar, Kurun. Asher's probably right there, but he's gonna kind of gesture everybody in to come and do a group hug.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ace, tell me, with your very weird eye, does it do anything fun?
Well, Malachi, my adopted father, as you guys know, is the son of Mordecai and Midian. I don't know all the information quite honestly, but they attempted to pass down the family tradition to me, and me not being of their kind had some adverse effects. I still hope to one day be able to do the cool things that they can do, but for right now, I just got the eye.
It
You
is
do
a
plan-
handsome eye, at least.
And you do plenty of cool things as it is.
Stop it. You're just trying to butter me up now.
Telling the truth. You pretty
Seth, are we still going the route that we discussed for your level 3?
Yes.
You guys notice as the blue eye starts to almost glow a little bit as this magical energy kind of evaporates from it.
supposed to do that.
Do what?
That Rowan's gonna kind of mimic what he sees too.
Ace, you actually feel this kind of tingle, this kind of energy, somewhat familiar from when you had the concoction with your mentor. This kind of welling up of an energy within you. And kind of in your mind's eye, you recall the conversation with your adoptive great-grandfather, where you were kind of sitting at the edge of the water and he had told you about an energy within you.
Oh, this is weird. I mean, I feel something. Corone, right? Do you guys get tingly sensations when you use magic? Magic, Briar. Magic.
You know me too well. It depends on the magic, but not that of my weird eyeball, no.
Coron will kind of like, he'll have for a brief moment kind of like a long stare and then shake it off and be like, yes, it depends on the magic, but it can have a physical effect, or it's noticeable. Perhaps, who knows, maybe you touching the other side and coming back has sparked some kind of evolution in you.
Sweet. Cool. Well, at least it wasn't a demon asking me to release him for magic.
Nobody knew about that.
What are you talking about?
It's nothing. It was just a nightmare. We'll talk about it later.
Coron kind of like looks away at that comment.
Krun understands, so, but it is probably a bit surprising that somebody else
Well,
has
that
heard
was-
something.
Weirdly specific.
gonna
Let us
fly
go
over-
get drunk.
It's gonna fly over Rowan's head. It's not gonna even pick on it.
First round's on me, Ace.
Yeah, food and sleep sound good. I don't know about alcohol, but I definitely share a round with my family beforehand. I will need help. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, at that actual like kind of hoist you back up, like kind of put your shoulder or arm back around your shoulder.
Thank you.
Would Rowan have picked up his swords before they left, or was somebody to pick up Rowan's swords before they left, or is it still sitting at the booty?
Your swords? We'll just say that you at some point probably put them back in your sheaths. It's no
Okay.
big deal.
Just want to make sure I didn't forget them. Never know. All right. And Rowan's gonna gesture to the door. Let's go.
Hey, Rowan, you mind grabbing the other side? No offense, Ace. You were
Say no more. Rowan's gonna get on the other side and help.
My mom definitely fed me well. You don't have to apologize. I get it.
Big boy.
As you guys exit, you see, kind of on either side of the door, Jathro and the priestess. All good?
Good.
Oh, Ace's bandages are back on. Yes, by the way.
Yes.
Like, just to clarify that.
Briar's gonna go slip her arm through Jathril's and look at him and be like, yeah, we're all good. Let's go eat.
Rowan's gonna look at Jethro and kind of gesture him for him to join.
Ace is gonna kind of look at Rowan and be like, so that's Jethro.
Yeah, that's him.
That's
That's the Jethro. Yeah.
huh. I'm not gonna lie, he's a little shorter than I thought.
that's what I was saying.
I think
Little shorter.
he's pretty tall, isn't
He's
he?
pretty tall.
He's
He's not
I
taller
think
than
he's-
Rowan, but I think
No.
he's like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah.
You're
He's
6'3",
Still.
right? Yeah, it's
I'm 6'3", yeah.
Still.
He just seemed like he would be larger than life.
Yeah,
I'm gonna nudge him like he's taller than you, buddy.
valid.
He could probably if maybe he'll give you a try.
um,
Rowan's gonna put up a fist.
It could definitely take me right now. I'm not gonna lie. It probably kicked my ass. So I'm gonna stop talking about him behind his back, literally and figuratively.
Well, that is if
You-
he survives Briar, and I'm kind of nod over.
Oh.
Rowan's gonna what?
You notice as there are several figures kind of surrounding the treasured booty, and one of them in kind of like a sheriff's uniform, just from the distinction between the other guards or whatever, kind of writing down some notes and kind of looks at the party as you guys kind of come out, and he kind of just and then just kind of nods. And there are people going in and out, and some of them with carts and different sheets and stuff.
All right, we're going to the other place now, right?
Broken
Yeah,
Thorn.
Broken
Okay.
Thorn.
the one we should have with 2 groups.
As you're kind of, you said you actually hooked your arm in with Jathril.
Yeah.
He kind of unhooks and kind of like puts it kind of like a hand on your arm. I really appreciate both of you. I will make sure that you get your payment, and I will. He's in my hands now.
Jathril, I think you are mistaken. He is not just a job to us.
He kind of.
He has become our family.
And we hate to disappoint, but I don't think, at least I haven't been given the impression that Rowan will be leaving us.
He kind of
Not this.
turns from you and kind of looks ahead. Right. And he starts, continues walking a little bit faster pace as you guys make your way to the.
And then she just wants to be like, well, before you go off into La La Land, my letter to my dad, did you send it for me like you said you would?
I did. Sent that back in Midcove.
Thank you for being a man of your word. Greatly appreciate.
Did you ever get a response?
No, we weren't there for long.
I suppose we have a lot of catching up to do.
Indeed. After you.
At least that asshole Martison's dead.
What about that?
Where
What?
is he?
Actually, he's been with us this whole time, hasn't he?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, he has not.
He did
Okay.
not go to you.
No,
with
but
the
if I
with
see
you
him
to
again,
the
I'm going to
temple.
cut off his dick.
He's still probably got a boot print in his ribs from where Asher kicked him. Well, he's still alive, but I might have broken a rib. I don't know.
I'm surprised he made it out then if Briar was awake.
While they're talking, can Rowan scan around to see if he recognizes Martison or anybody else?
Roll a perception check.
Come on, ducky. That is an 18. I think that's +3. I do. 21.
You don't see Martison looking around, but you do see Harry still kind of dragging on a cigarette, kind of leaned against the corner of the building.
Rowan is going to acknowledge Harry.
He kind of
With the
just gives a nod.
and he's gonna kind of gesture for him to join us.
He kind of. Are you like walking by like close or kind of like for a little bit from a distance?
Is he close to Rowan?
You would
if it is
probably about 20 feet.
okay. Yeah, Rowan would say, "Come join us."
Ah, that's all right. I've had my fill. I'm kind of in a reflecting mood right now, so it's a bit of a lone time. Appreciate it though. Thank you.
Thank you. And then Rowan's gonna keep ushering Ace to the bar.
Yeah, as you guys make your way to this establishment, this sign is in this kind of like thorny letters with different like briars on the lettering. It says the Broken Thorn. Much nicer establishment than the Treasured Booty, but still for this town, not the most like high class of places, but definitely a good place within the town for sure. As you see here, as you make your way in, there's a female halfling kind of wiping her hands on her apron, and she kind of just smiles. Welcome to the Broken Thorn. Just have a seat yourselves and I'll get right with you.
Thank you.
Much obliged.
All Ace on him. Kicks out a chair. And then puts him on it.
1, 2, 3, lower.
Yeah, I'm feeling it now. Okay, that's great. I'm just gonna stay right here.
I'm gonna like lean over to Rowan and be like, well, that would have been a lot easier if I could just throw him on my back, but
Yeah, probably not a smart idea right now. Good one. Just not right now. Rowan's gonna sit down at the table.
As you sit down, this halfling lady, kind of an older halfling, she just always has like this like pleasant smile on her face. She kind of like walks over and she actually plants a vase right in the center of the table, but in it are these flowers that are like not necessarily wilted, but they're unbloomed. And then you see her kind of just go like this, and the flowers go and bloom, which Asher you would recognize as druidcraft.
where it is, good frick. I glad to see the way of nature is not lost.
That it is. You a druid yourself?
And I will try to do the same thing and cast Druidcraft on one of the flowers.
And it kind of blooms, and she. I'll have you know. Now don't go be telling everybody, but discounts for druids. And since you're all together, I got you. She kind of just like.
Can you turn into an animal too?
But like kind of elbow Ace and be like,
She kind of looks at you. It's been a really long time for me, but I've been known to. She kind of winks. Makes her way.
Well,
Rowan's gonna put his head down.
well,
He kind of comes back and brings this
inappropriate.
this little scroll with a little bit of like this small vine that wraps it, and she places it on the a bit above and beyond, but that there's the menu. So anything you like.
I think get some of your best grog on the table, please.
Would you
No
like
drink for me.
ale or mead or stout?
Ale.
Ale.
Oh, no, stout.
Stout.
Steak.
Right. Steak I can do.
Steak, please.
Is veal okay?
Sure. I'll just think it's steak as I'm eating it.
Okay. All in all, just 10 copper.
Asher will throw down.
Actually, oh no. Briar is going to look at Jethro, cock up an eyebrow. I think our meal is on you, yes?
Oh, it's gonna be shuffling.
I'd say that still applies. And he puts a silver piece down the table.
And then she's just gonna
Asher
look at him.
Asher will like kick another silver piece to the waitress.
Thank you, dearie.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. I was gonna tie it off. Well, do we want to sit and? No, now's not the time. Actually, I have so much I have to tell you. So much I want to ask you, Jasmine. Wow. Sorry you had to see me like that.
Well, seems you've found yourself some good friends and a good party.
Not only are we friends, but we're. And I'm going to try and light my glove.
Is that
All
smart?
right.
I don't think that's smart.
Roll with.
I haven't been able to do it successfully.
You've never done
Yes.
it successfully.
Does it in front of the
Oh, no.
cleric.
I was gonna say, is he gonna do it in front of the Lady of Light or the priestess? Of Light?
Oh, I forgot about that. But it doesn't matter. It didn't work anyways. I only got a 5, so it didn't. Damn it!
Rowan's gonna point to the stone in the gauntlet. He can do what
Right.
the sword can do. Yeah. Call ourselves the Brimstone Brothers?
Brimstone Brothers, yeah. Allegedly, I can light this thing. Rowan's the only one that's been able to do it, though.
For so long, I thought it was a magic trick. Just a trick that illusion. I didn't know you can actually do magic. I didn't know magic was a thing until Ron's gonna kind of gesture to the whole table until I met them. 2 years of traveling. I've learned a lot in the last month, I think. We've been gone. Like I said, I have so much I want to fill you in on. Just don't think now's the time. He's gonna kind of look around the room. Is there a lot of people in there? Is it?
It's a pretty quiet atmosphere, actually. There's there are people, but it's like, you know, it's one of those, like, you can easily have a conversation without people really paying attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I kind of want to talk to you in private, but the group can't
understand.
say. We met Elena. She. I'm trying to remember what she told me at the dance. I don't want to tell
As far
anything
as
that wasn't true. How she felt about him.
Oh, what did she say?
I think I'm gonna have to go back on my notes on that one.
Yeah, what did she say?
I
Just
think
out
they
of
were
curiosity.
positive things. They were
There
he
was.
said
I want to say that she's
he's a good
still.
man.
She,
For sure.
mhm.
yeah.
Certainly better than the current one in our company.
Yeah, how serious are you two? Just out of curiosity.
He kind of. Excuse me.
Like you have you are you like in love with her and she's in love with you, or
Rowan's
He kind
gonna
of
be wide-eyed.
looks at Rowan, kind of like staring daggers a bit, like. Rowan probably totally has that face.
Rowan's red.
Well,
Uh,
Rowan
I-
helped us by a boat. I don't know if he's told you that yet.
A boat.
Yeah, we dispatched some kobolds in the town. Let us buy a old pirate ship for recommissioning.
yeah, it saved my life multiple times. There was this big snake, and it had me wrapped around, and he came up and with one hit just knocked it out and killed it. It was amazing. He's gonna look at Brian and just weak.
Rowan's acting like a kid that just kind of like knows he's like kind of like in that mentality of like I'm gonna get in trouble when I get home, kind of a thing. It's kind of like
He's like, I'm not going to say anything else.
I've learned a lot. I've taken what you've taught me.
And we owe a great debt. You trained him well.
Again, I can't thank you all enough for keeping him safe. This all began. I mean, I guess it really began. It was 2 years ago when I was sent after him, and I didn't know why we were together, why I was meant for him to be my ward, and then suddenly they had me just send him away. And when I hired you two, and he kind of gestures at you, Ron and Briar.
Rowan's gonna
Sure.
react to the hired.
Make sure that he was safe. I'm still not sure what her purpose was for all this. She was there.
She was on the ship. I think she found her way on the ship. I'm not entirely sure, but she felt like she had to play a part on it, and she did.
Calandra, the priestess. That's
Priestess
her name,
lady.
I guess. The priestess lady. Kinda speaks up. Yes, 2 years ago is when she passed through, and we had a bit of conversation, and she told me that I did believe her, but that this would happen, and I didn't understand it, but I knew that she had gifts, and though she wasn't a temple mother anymore, something told me that I needed to trust her, and 2 years later, I see a man with a missing arm and a fair-skinned man approaching me, and that was what she said I would see, and then the time would be right. I'm Calandra, by the way.
Asher, and I'll reach out my hand back. Apologies, it's we are all mentally exhausted.
I
Indeed.
don't blame you.
Nice to meet you,
Karan.
Calandra. Rowan.
Nice to meet you.
I'm just gonna stick out her hand for her as like a handshake, but like when she reaches for it, she's gonna go, I'm Briar.
She kind of holds a little bit longer. Nice to meet you. That was, I guess, from what I've gathered, kind of looks at you, Ace. You sacrificed yourself for someone.
Yeah, just kind of right place, right time. I accidentally fell through a roof, landed on someone. Don't need to make it a big deal.
Roll a deception check.
But he's kind of being honest. Like he's like,
You're being bashful, I think.
yeah,
Right?
that's
That's you being adorably bashful.
yeah.
Got you.
Don't worry about it. But I'll still roll a deception just for fun of it.
I'm really nervous talking to girls.
Well, ultimately,
17.
Taunts on whole truth.
What is it?
17.
Oh. Well, I guess fate was looking out for some, and you happen to be the catalyst of that.
Yep. Hey, Fated 5. See, that's what we call ourselves. Oh, Ace, by the way. I don't know if you knew that from all this stuff, but my name's
Nice
Ace.
to meet you, Ace.
So, like, you're saying that Elena knew that I would die, and you would have to save me?
Yes, from what she told me, she was very specific. And so I'm glad I trusted and was obedient.
Yeah, thank you. Tell me, do you drink? I don't know. It's like priestess things. Like, do you get a day off? You can do whatever you want, or is it like a constant thing for monks?
She kind of like looks around. What time is it? Somebody would
Well-
probably estimate it's probably looking at like 8, 9 p.m.
Are you wanting to do another drinking competition? Is that what you're trying to do, Ace?
No, Lord, no, not right now.
Well, it is
I
a
can
miracle.
hardly stay awake. Let's be honest with you.
You would think
Ace
it's
is-
dinner time.
Ace is actually turning down a drinking contest.
Yeah, dying will do that to you.
As the female halfling bartender lady kind of makes her rounds whenever she comes by, and Calandra kind of grabs her hand as she passes, and she says, "Can I get a glass of wine, please?" And Jathro kind of speaks up too. Same for me, please. Make that 2.
Rowan's gonna kind of. I wasn't a drinker before, as you know, but I've come to like ale.
Yeah, sorry if I ruined your first experience. I'm glad it worked out. I'm sorry for that. like I said, it troubled me to have to do that. And I haven't slept well. Weeks.
Ron's gonna
And
kind
I'm-
of kick back in the seat a little bit. He's gonna put his hand on Jathrill's neck and kind of just loosen it up. I forgave you a long time ago. I was meant to be on that boat. I was confused, yeah. Very confused. I've never been on a boat before, and those two were staring at me. Everything seemed to come together for a reason. And then a conversation Elena had on the boat really clicked. I was meant to be there. And I was meant to do what I do best. Was just help. Help people. And I helped you a lot, and I transitioned that into helping them. I'm so glad I did. And the things I've seen. Jeff, I saw this thing called an Abysseus on the sea.
Like
Came up.
the old children's story.
Yes. Yes, it came up on the ship. It came up, and I provided it ale, a drink, and I sang it a song. And it ate a whole ship whole. And Rowan's gonna kind of say that in a hushed tone. And we fought at a temple, and Rowan's obviously getting excited, telling him about his own journey. And
As you kind of say this,
I'm just kind of
it
I'm
seems
telling
like
him
there's a lot.
everything that's
yeah, you're
happened.
saying this, and there's
Yeah,
a lot
I'm just-
he's like processing at once. He kind of like leans back in his chair a little bit, and the barmaid kind of comes by and hands the drink to Calandra, and then 2 drinks to him. You see him; he immediately kind of downs one, and then kind of just takes a sip from the other one. Well, I think you've found your path.
Wouldn't have been without you.
I guess that's what this was about.
You, who knows where I'd be? You knowing how it is we're inheriting. I may not even be here. So I thank you for saving me.
He kind of puts a hand on your shoulder, and then you see like he's grin in his way. Just following orders. And he kind of winks.
Oh, guess I'll go find a bench.
I don't think you need to sit on any more benches. You're going to be the one in the meetings.
And Ron's gonna kind of take back and Order of Heroes. I don't know. I can't imagine. Me. I don't know.
Well, maybe your path isn't within the Order of Heroes. Maybe it's something different, something more.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just meant to help people.
Maybe.
Everywhere and anywhere I can. And Rowan's just gonna kind of look to everybody. But you said that you're chasing some people. Following. I don't mean to. Rowan's gonna kind of gesture to everybody. Volunteering. But I want to help you, if I can. For what they did to Ace. And I'm not going this in anger or rage. I'm doing it for what is right.
Yeah, I definitely couldn't take them on my own, but I think I'm definitely in over my head with this assignment. It's definitely strength in numbers. We're gonna have to be. Might take some time to prepare. We're gonna have to be on our best shape. How's your form? He kind of like, have you been working on what I've shown you? He sees that hesitation. We're training tomorrow.
Instant. Rowan's back into ward mentality. Like, yeah.
You got room for one more?
Like, as far as like, oh yeah, I can show you some things.
Well, my specialty is not in that, but who knows, maybe it'll help. Because if I see that man again, I will rip his throat out.
Speaking of best shape, Rowan's gonna go for the flame tongue. Kind of pull it out and you want it
He
back.
takes it, kind of.
I can take that one. There's
He
fine.
hands it back to you.
But bye
Bye,
blind.
Bye, blind.
Bye blind. You sure? This is like Jethro's sword. This is your sword.
It's Rowan's blade now.
So a little bit more found attachment to the sword that you can see on Rowan's face.
Ace is gonna like pat him on the back and be like that a boy, like that's my guy.
Thank you. I'll be sure not to break it like I did the other one. It's not gonna be so careless.
He kind of sips on his wine a little bit, and you see kind of Calandra there, kind of like eyeballing both of you, and she kind of just sips on her wine as well.
Did you recognize us specifically?
Not until I started to see the signs, and didn't register until those specific moments. It was like deja vu, and then it all came back together. It had been so long, I had forgotten, and then there it was happening.
Oh, I'm forever grateful for what you did, Mayo. Listening, trusting, it goes a long way. Especially a stranger. Granted, Elena's a very friendly face.
She has a presence about her. And I also had, I don't know, a bit of a sense that it was for good. You don't just hand somebody a diamond of that size with no good reason, and I just hope that I hope that you're good. And she kind of just sips her wine.
All right.
I hope I'm good too. Hope I make it up to you.
Rowan's gonna. I'm assuming everybody has the drinks and everybody has. Rowan's gonna take a big chug and slam it down. I think it's time for bed.
That it is.
Agreed.
But
Please.
before they go to bed, Rowan wants to pull Jethro aside privately. So. Are y'all going to bed?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
So that be, I don't know, do you want to do this next episode? Maybe you can even
sleeping?
have more time to think
Or
about
the-
no,
oh,
no, to
conversation.
do conversation with Jethro.
It won't be too long. It'll be really
Okay.
quick. While everybody's kind of walking towards, I'm assuming like the upstairs to go to bed. Rowan's gonna. A moment, Jethro, please.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure. I cannot thank you enough for everything. And I know it's probably weighing heavy on your mind, but Elena and I have spoke of you. She has nothing bad to say about you. And she does miss you. And she does hope one day that your paths cross. I know you beat yourself over it night after night, day after day. I could see it. But just know that. And I'm sure if you two were to cross paths again, it wouldn't be an awkward one. Because both you and I are pretty awkward. I've come to find out, and Rowan's gonna kind of gesture to the people going up.
As you kind of stand in this threshold, as the others kind of leave, he kind of stands there a minute. And then he just wraps his arms around you and then kind of leans in.
Rowan's gonna return the hug.
I thought you would hate me. I thought you would never forgive me. It was... seems all for the best. I'm glad
It
you're
was.
okay.
It was a little shaky, but I'm up. Initially, when I woke up on the ship, I was angry at first, but then turned to confusion. Jethro, you've taught me so much. I could never hate you. You're like a second father to me, and that says a lot because you know about my father.
Well, you still have a lot more to learn. He kind of moves off and...
Ron's gonna kind of boast her up a little bit, like, okay.
Tomorrow
Morning, early. Okay.
Early. He kind of...
And
then he kind of pats you on the shoulder and turns and starts to head up.
Ron follows.
All right. We're going to end the episode there. And next time we join our heroes, they will be level 3.
Woo!
Oh.
It will be
Yes.
level 3, but I don't like to level up during the episode, so we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then there will be the role play of how they got there, basically. So
Awesome.
that was intense.
Montage.
That was
Yeah.
intense. That was.
Katie.
I told you it was going to be an episode.
Yeah, it was.
There's a
It
lot of ways that could have gone.
The fact that we're all here.
It's like that
My
episode of
heart-
Rick and Morty when they're both like it's like right at the beginning and they're like, "Oh God,
In and
we
out
gotta
10
stop
minutes
doing
real
this."
quick. Yeah.
Yeah.
That one. Yeah, that one. There's something like.
Oh wow. I
Yeah.
Briar. Can we just talk and give Briar the Big Balls Award out of all of us?
The squishiest one in the group, like,
I
I'll do
know,
it.
She stepped forward
Yep.
and like
She
both Karan and Ash were
Stepped
like,
forward without any hesitation.
Yep.
It was
Holy
just-
shit.
Straight up character, like diehard character mode. Not Sky mode. That was 100% what she would do, so I did it. And God, I was having a meltdown.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that was something.
I was too, because I'm like, this could go even worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I stopped
I need a
drinking
drink.
I
I
need
need
a
a
drink. I need
Yeah.
a drink,
Need
but I
another
stopped
drink.
drinking for a month. I can't.
You got this.
I need lots of
That'd be nice, that'd be
aftercare.
nice. Like a few tough drinks. Chat. Everybody that's still here and processing this with us. I hope you enjoyed. It was a lot of fun. It was intense. There were some moments there. All right. We'll see you next Sunday. Love
Do we
you.
have someone we can raid?
We will take care of that.
Yep.
Yeah, so stick around. We might have somebody to show some love. And we will see you next Sunday.
Love you.